And we're open. Welcome in, welcome in. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Bear Makes Money. You know, it's Wednesday, July 1st. Yesterday we had a slow grind up day, and today we're looking to make some money. I didn't take any trades yesterday during the Tuesday session, but overnight I did take some trades in the overnight, or one trade in the overnight. So we'll check that out. We'll see what's going on. But yeah, right off the bat, looking at it, looks like the selling from overnight did continue. We're back inside this fair value gap that was created at yesterday's open on the hourly chart. If you can see it right here, this is where we're at right now, pushing into this a little lower. I do think it's a good area to get long because we're going to be also pushing into that that range that we had been in. Now, if we see a hourly candle closure inside that range, then you know we're back in the range and it's chopping. But right now, let's see what happens as we push. All right, sounds good. Everybody had a good day yesterday. Right, let's see. What do we have? As it continues to sell, it's struggling right in this fair value gap that was created on the hourly. Can't really, fault it too much for that. Makes sense. It's a larger time frame and efficiency, but great place for a bounce in my opinion. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. I'd like to think we might get it. Just a matter of when. I really do like it. It's getting very tempting, but I need to see some sort of rejection start to form for me to want to get long. Because I don't feel like the news was that bearish, just Warsh talking and some Fed speakers talking, but I don't feel like anything was catastrophically terrible. But maybe I'm crazy. We are pushing into that bullish order block down here, and my alerts are now going off on that. I should go ahead and kill those while I have a chance. Otherwise, they'll just keep going off. But this is an area I wanted to be paying attention to. And I'll be very excited if it starts to give me what I want. But it really depends on how much it pushes back into this range. Let's see. What can we get out of this? Look at trading view real quick. Trading view, yep, let's see, that's where I had my alert. We're bouncing off of it a little bit right now. It looks like the alert's still going off, which is going to drive me nuts, so I have to fix that. But yeah, all's well. Bro, this alert is not. It's not turning off. We'll just have to delete the whole thing. Okay. Hopefully that did it. pushing lower. Yeah, you gotta be careful. All right, we are starting to see that bounce that I was looking for. It's looking pretty good. I might take a small stab here. Looking for that breakout back to the upside. Keep it tight. Hopefully it reacts well.
Order filled.
Pull my stop in a little bit and we'll target back to the highs. Maybe I should wait for a 5-minute closure. Yeah, because it's still well within the area of wanting to screw me. But let's see what happens. I'm excited. If we take out that low, I'll probably have to get out. It's not looking great for me. Every time I take a trade in the morning, like within 30 minutes of opening, I get smoked. I'm just gonna stop taking trades at that time. Should probably take this off. Move this in. Just below here. Might have to try it again here in a second if it takes me out. But I do think this is going to do what I'm thinking. It's just whether or not I got in too soon and whether or not it's going to take me out really quickly and then turn around. It's very likely. Just because the first 30 minutes of trading always is the most whipsawy. And that's why I only took 1 micro, right? Yeah, no, this is, it is what it is. If it happens, it happens. You just kind of have to hope and pray sometimes, because it may not go the way you want it to, but when it does, it's such a sweet feeling. Like last night I took a trade and was immediately in the money and it did never go against me. And that's an absolutely great feeling. But the second you get in a trade and it's immediately against you, you want to pull your eyes out. Like, it's just like, why did I get in the trade? I'm so stupid. Right? So we'll see what happens. All right, so we created a new 5-minute candle. You do see it pushing into that that fair value gap that was created on that leg down might be enough just to continue selling. We'll see. I feel like, I mean, there's a lot of downside pressure right now, but I feel like that's what they want you to think, you know? I feel like more than anything, we're bouncing off that area, that we're bouncing out of that range. Maybe we retest the breakout here in a second, trade it into this bullish order block, into this hourly fair value gap. I think it's a good trade. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't have that much risk on. It's a healthy amount of risk. I started the day up $130 from the overnight session. Should be okay. Zucchini, I see you said something here. Let me try and see what your message is. It's hard to read the chat here. Just a second. Trick is to enter a few minutes before open to avoid that curse. Yeah, it's probably a good call there. I should start trying to do that, but it's just so hard to get in a trade right before open because it moves so fast right at open that it's like, oh cool, I was in this trade for 30 minutes right before open and the entire trade was completely washed out the second New York opened. The trade's doing okay right now after nearly being stopped out, so that's a generally good feeling. Generally, it's not doing the best considering everything. I'd like to get into a better risk position where I'm at least 1-to-1, and then I can start thinking about where I want to get out. But how much are we down on the day? On the NQ percentage wise, we're down a little over 1%. So I mean, there's room to the upside if it wants to go, but it is retesting that area where it broke out of this large range, and I do think there's a potential for us to go higher, but we'll see. You just kind of have to watch and see what happens. You know, that's the hardest part about trading, is whenever you enter a trade and it's one of those trades that can go either way. You just kind of have to let it roll. Maybe you get stopped, maybe you don't. Nothing's for sure. That's the biggest thing in trading that I've learned over the years. You just have probabilities. And I would say definitely probabilities get higher in the first 30 minutes of trading, that whatever the trade thesis is, you're going to get washed out. I would say it's 50-50. It gets definitely better than 50-50 as the day goes on. But yeah. All right, we got 8:45. I do think there was some news. Okay, we're looking pretty good right now. That it held, that is good. I mean, it could just turn around and quickly dump right in my stop, but I think it held there pretty decently on the 1 minute. So I'm not gonna cry about it. I like that. Let's see it push higher. If we take out these little highs, we'll be on a good clip. I want to see us push into the 250, 260 level. That's what I think will really start getting some traction, have price start running away. I mean, the main thing to be worried about is if the Fed speakers say something completely outrageous, but they started talking before the market opened, so I think if anything crazy was going to get said, it would have been said already. But we're looking good. This hourly candle has retraced a good amount of its movement to the downside since it opened. Let's see, it's moving back into about the 50%, so 50% retracement on that candle. Generally good. If it keeps going, likelihood of it retracing all the way, or the entire move being retraced, increases dramatically. So yeah, hell yeah, dude, this trade's looking great right now, in my opinion. We got VWAP. Where's VWAP? VWAP is, at least the overnight VWAP is up at 320. So, I mean, we could push into that and that would be nice. Right on. I'm pretty pleased with this so far. Little touch and go at the beginning, and maybe I'll do what I did Monday, where, you know, it goes in the money a lot and I get freaked out and I get out for 50 bucks and then just scale up and screw myself over. Maybe that'll happen again. Hopefully not. So far, so good. We are pushing back out of that range, which is an absolutely excellent sign. Let me switch back to my trading view chart so you guys can see what I'm looking at here. Yeah, you see we push down into this area. Here's that bullish order block. We pushed into that. We pushed into this fair value gap on the 1 hour. We're rejecting it hard. And in addition to that, there was also this larger time frame range we'd been trading in, right? We traded in it all last week and we're bouncing out of it, and I would love to see closure outside of it, but my trade's going in the direction I was hoping. I got in at a pretty decent entry, I feel like, and I just want to see continuation. I want to see follow through. I would love to see us continue to test up. I want to see us test 300 level. Looks like an easy target. Up where VWAP is could be a relatively decent target as well for exits, but we'll see what happens. My ultimate target's up at 20. Might as well just make it around 500. Right, 500 for the win. So far away that I can't even make it clear. There we are, flat 500. As my trade comes back into my entry. Unfortunately, this happens and has been known to happen from time to time, but I still think it's good. We're in the first 20 minutes of the open for New York, and I feel like we're doing okay. I've been in this trade since, I don't know, 8:37. It's pretty good. I typically don't get in trades this early, but it was a setup that I've been looking at since the overnight. So if we're going to see continuation to the upside, we wanted to see us retrade this level, and maybe we just needed to fill out this profile down here, because, you know, easy up, easy down. We came down, we filled it. We're still got a very bullish edge since yesterday. So until we start seeing some closures below where we traded out of yesterday, definitely a more bullish slant on the day. You just have to wait it out, I guess. Right now I'm about 60, 70 points in the money. Pretty happy about that. And we just want to see it keep pushing up, right? So I'll go ahead and draw a volume profile from overnight, see where all the volume is from the overnight. As you can see, there's my trade from yesterday. Yeah, I mean, the point of control is up in that 350, 360 level I was talking about. So that's nice. And right now, this is typical price action that we see in the summer where, you know, it sells off, trap shorts, and does a V-shaped recovery. Now, is it going to continue to do that right now? I don't know, but I'm glad that I'm in it right now because it looks good. But you see, when you're trading these 50K accounts, like I am right now, you have to be very mindful of your risk parameters. And during New York, you know, 150 bucks goes really quickly. So be careful. But I mean, on the flip side, you can make pretty decent money with one micro during New York. Like my target is up at the 500 level. If we actually hit it, that's amazing. There's no guarantee that it will, but I mean, that's not unheard of recently for the NQ. You know, we're on days where it moves 1,000+ points in a session, or even in, you know, an hour. So keep that in mind. You don't need a lot of money or a lot of size to make decent money. And the biggest thing is to like protect yourself. Risk is the #1 thing that will absolutely destroy traders. If you're not putting on appropriate size to your account, then you're going to get blasted constantly. You're going to be like, oh, cool, I blew my account. All these people who you see in the various discords are talking about full port, they unfortunately probably have more Neanderthal DNA than anyone else. And yeah, they need to call, you know, the gambling hotlines, because they have an issue with gambling. And I'm not saying that I didn't have that issue, and it's very easy to tap into that issue whenever you're trading, right? It's a dopamine, it's just a dopamine kick, right? Right now I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good because my trade's going my way. Dopamine levels are high. And if it went against me, my dopamine levels would be pretty low right now. I wouldn't be as excited. I'd be looking for a way to get that fix that I needed, right? I'd be looking for another trade. I'd be, you know, like, gosh, I got stopped out, but now it's going the way I wanted it to go. Damn, I should double up and get in this trade as soon as possible. No. I was fortunate with this trade. Luck has a lot to do with how the market goes, or I mean how your day goes, how your trades go, not necessarily the market. The market is going to do whatever it wants to do. You just want to be able to piggyback off of the move, right? So hopefully that was informative and useful information. Where's that? There it is. The volume point of control actually moves. At least on the 1 minute, looks like it did. But yeah, just barely on the 1 minute. We got 5 minutes till 9. I forget if we have any news at 9. What do we have? We have construction, ISM, manufacturing employment index. Lagarde, prices paid. We got ISM, PMI, and then some news for the energy sector at 9:30. Yeah, dude, I'm relatively optimistic. My trade is looking pretty good. And again, let me go ahead and just throw on that little thing that helps everybody see where my position is. So come over here. This is where I got in. Oh, it thinks I got stopped. Let me move my... Yeah, and so right now we're at a little bit better than 1-to-1. My target ultimately up at 500. Will I get that? It's very optimistic. I will start trailing this eventually, but that's a 5-to-1 risk to reward if we hit it. No guarantee we will, right? I will start trailing this eventually. But right now, it's just a waiting game. On the 5-minute, you can see it's very nice looking V-shaped recovery. It could just be recharging itself for another leg down. And I'm not gonna ignore that if that is the case. I won't let this go all the way back to my stop. I will take this off at some point before then, maybe for break even, if it really starts to sharply and aggressively sell. But as it stands, I'm in a decent trade, and I can't complain. Oh, it's nothing like, there's no better feeling than just being absolutely in the money. And, you know, it's not necessarily right on your fill, so you can just kind of relax, kind of let the trade just play out. There's no stress. But again, in New York session, I could have like a 100-point candle right here that absolutely just destroys my entire trade, and that would suck, right? But a 100-point candle would only move me back to break even, so I'm okay with that as well. And that would give me time to get out. Let's see what the tilt looks like. It looks like the majority of people are long right now. Not hard to be long from here, considering the confluences of events that it took to get here. Yeah, I can't complain. Let's see what people are saying on TOPSTEPX Discord. That's the main Discord I love to go to just check sentiment. Let's see. A lot of people love to, you know, just kind of word vomit their ideas. I don't know if it's like one of those things where you need validation to sound, or to, you know, make sure people know that you're smart. So they'll drop huge, you know, market analysis things on, you know, tech sector, AI sector, all these things about why they're probably right. And I don't think it necessarily matters for all intents and purposes. So you do see that happen a lot in the Discord. And what I like to do when I'm in the Discord, I just drop a screenshot of what my trade was, and I like to say, hey, you know, this level totally made sense. 9 times out of 10, nobody even acknowledges my comments. And that's fair, because the majority of people in there, like myself, I guess, to an extent, are in there to just validate their own ideas. And can you really blame a person for trying to validate their own ideas? I can't. This trade's looking pretty good right now. We just had 9 o'clock roll through. ISM manufacturing came through. It's about in line. It's not terrible. Trade is looking relatively well. We haven't taken out that liquidity there. This is an area where I'm going to start to think about getting out of the trade if I see some rejection start to form, because we do have that VWAP right above us now. and we do have these relative equal highs right here. So it really depends on if we go up, we run it, and we do a sharp turnaround, then I would start to think about getting out of this trade. You know, I'm in the money at a very decent clip right now. So I'm up like 130 points in the money. I don't want this to go against me too much if it does start to turn around, but we'll see what happens. Now, I'm not against it, just, you know, kind of trading back into some of this, but I'm still bullish since the open. Since we had that hourly candle close, that's here, I'll show you on TradingView real quick. It's a pretty nasty rejection candle of that range, right? So here was the range over here, right? Here's that order block I talked about. Here's this fair value gap. Completely rejected it and pushed up off of that candle. Now, are we going to retrace a little bit here? It can happen, and obviously it should happen sometimes. Like, you don't want to just, price rarely just goes up the whole time. Like yesterday was was annoying because it did go up all day, but it doesn't always, right? So regardless of what happens, I think that trade I took made sense. It's only been validated since that candle closed, since we had such a strong reaction at that level. It added to the thesis a lot. So we'll see what happens, right? We're rejecting a little bit right here, but we haven't taken out those highs, so I'm still optimistic that it's going to push higher. All right, you can see them right here on the 1 minute. Oh, move that back and lock it. There we go. You can see there's all these relative equal highs that we haven't quite taken out yet. And that's on the MNQ. I wonder if on the NQ we took them out. No, we did not. So, not too bad. Just got to be patient here. Let the trade run its course. And just be excited for the potential of having your trade run all the way in your favor. You know, it's exciting when this happens. It's not every day you get a great setup like this. Like yesterday was a total BS day for me. I didn't get anything good. I didn't take any trades actually during the New York session because I just didn't see any pullbacks in the price that I wanted to see. It just kind of kept slowly grinding up all day. Now, the hard part is finding where that, there we are, there's that. Dragging that over so we can see the point of control. Bounce right off of that. Are you in it, Zucchini Spiral? Did you catch this trade? I'm pretty stoked about it. I mean, I really don't know if it's gonna go all day, but I am pleased with it right now, at least. You did say earlier, I thought, that you were in a trade in Discord. Did that trade end up printing for you a little bit? Did you make some money? It's good. It's all we want out of this, right? It's some money. Good to get out before that bounce. Since the sell-off, I mean, we're up almost 200 points. It's not, again, the VIX, where's the VIX sitting? The VIX is, again, down a little bit. It started to spike, but now it's down. It's not at the low of yesterday for where it was, but It was bouncing a little bit, and now it's starting to sell off, which is good for our trade, right? If this is going to grind up, absolutely want to see the VIX continue to drop. So, you know, how many more points do I need to get filled from here? I'm targeting, what, 340 points, give or take, and I'm in the money 130. So I'm almost halfway to my trade goal. And we are pushing into that overnight VWAP. So we want to kind of pay attention to it. I do think we push above, right? But what's going to be paramount, again, I'll mention it again, is what we do after we take out these highs, right? We could push into this fair value gap, this inefficiency. It's right here on the 1 minute and the 5 minute. So reaction there is going to be important. VWAP's there. There's a bit of a confluence for if it wants to continue some downside selling. Let me just actually double check something. How much of this move did we just retrace? Because once the market starts to get back into equilibrium, I really don't like being in the trade anymore. So let me switch to a higher time frame on trading view. I'll switch to trading view so you can see what I'm looking at. And so, like, from this swing high, I just draw my fib, and this is how I know when I want to get out, right? Okay, we're well beyond 50% of the move. Looking at it, I'm more confident that this is relatively okay. If we start pushing into here, things start to, there's possibilities for turnarounds, especially because of these relative equal highs. But I'd say we're well positioned here for whatever might happen. On let's see, on the NQ we're starting to push above VWAP, so that's good. But on the MNQ it doesn't quite look like we're there yet, and we haven't punched above yet where that last hourly candle opened. So, or the high of that last hourly candle. So, you know, I think it's a good sign. And there we go. We just pushed above. It's exactly what I wanted to see, but we did push into that hourly fair value gap. If we look at the full scope of this trade, from that swing high overnight down to the low, you know, halfway through that candle is an equilibrium state at the 340 level. So, we'll have to see what happens there. Do we get another slow grind up day, or are we going to have a little more volatility coming to the market? Anybody's guess. But we're well positioned to withstand whatever happens. I don't need to get too frenetically charged on what's going to happen. I can kind of just sit in my trade and be happy that I'm in it. I mean, we're above the point of control, and actually, let me get rid of that. So that's, or I don't need to get rid of that. That's from the overnight where all the volume is since then. But let's look at since opens volume profile, at least for the MNQ, right? And it's just below, so it's not outrageously in a bad area. I'll add that to my trading view chart too, so I can see it. On the NQ, it looks like the volume point of control is well at the low end of the range. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, right now I'm at 2R, which is good. I'd love to see a stronger push up around here. We did look above those highs, not in the strongest way, and since open there hasn't been any impulsive strong moves in any direction, except for to the downside, I guess. So I don't really know. I'm not itching to get out, but just kind of want to be patient. I mean, what else is there to do whenever you're in a winning trade besides be patient, right? I don't want to get out of this and then be gunning for another setup that while it's still grinding up. Just gotta kind of watch it go, and it's going nicely. I'm very, very happy about this trade right now. Yeah, we've been in it for, I don't know, 40 minutes. Coming up on 40 minutes, so about 35 minutes. Honestly, slow grind isn't hurting me too much. There's like no stress right now. Now, if I do see a sharp sell candle, will that stress me out a little bit? Maybe. But this slow grind is absolutely feeling good right now. Like it's kind of a vibe, not gonna lie. Super vibey. Especially with this music, with the low stress, with being in it for as long as I've been in it. I'm happy. And I hope a lot of y'all caught this as well. Just checking what's going on with the Top Step Discord. Oh, zucchini spiral, you know how to make a man blush. I'm a vibe? Goodness gracious. $15-minute looks kind of weird. That last candle was super indecisive. 30-minute might close indecisive, but we got 15 minutes on it, so it doesn't really matter that much. 5 minutes, hit or miss. Does look like a form of a rejection candle right there, but I'm okay with it. I don't see any like major downside. We may get a recharge at some point here. before heading up, or it could just start selling off here. So we'll see what happens. I really want to watch what happens in this area, since we have been slowly grinding up this whole time. Hopefully we don't just start selling off. Hopefully this is just a nice little FU retracement, trap some people who wanted shorts or are looking for shorts before we move and take out that upper end liquidity, because I didn't see anything powerful enough to warrant calling this a run on liquidity. It looks like we just made another relative equal high before we head back up into it, so we'll see what happens. But again, this is the key to trading. Have on enough size to where it matters, right? $300 isn't anything to scoff at, especially if you were copy trading. And then add that into the equation when you're thinking about risk. $145. That's for one trade. It's not going to kill me if it hits it, and I'm not stressed whenever I start to see pullbacks, right? So if I was in a micro or a mini, it pulled back $1,000 into that, right? $1,000 for one mini pullback. I'm still up 2-3K or 2K at that point. Maybe I don't know how far it went down, but I was down 1,000 for my high. And I would have been like, oh man, I should have just taken profits. What do I do? Should I get out of this trade? Here, I'm just like, okay, it's fine. I'm still in the money. I'm still far away from my stop. My trade thesis still seems to be panning out. I haven't seen anything that changes my idea. So it's a lot easier psychologically to handle something like this, right? I'm 150 points in the money. Absolutely feeling great right now. Absolutely seeing everything I would want to see. Yeah. We just gotta kind of wait it out, see what happens though. That VWAP is acting as I guess I'm not gonna say it. I don't like saying that. Resistance, like it's just the liquidity level, right? There's orders building up there, and whatever happens, it's more than likely going to break through it. Now if we get a sustained push, that's another story, but we're going to break that level at some point, because so many people are looking at it and be like, oh, it just keeps rejecting. Oh man, I'm short here. Oh man, this is an absolute shorting area. Like completely forgetting that we completely changed the state whenever on a higher time frame we finally broke out. We took out this high here, or sorry, I'm on trading view. We took out this high here, right? We took that high out finally. We took this out, changed the short-term momentum back to bullish, right? So this right here, unless we had made a new low down here, we stay bullish in general. It's just a bullish pullback. So, don't be looking for shorts. Make sure you're keeping your eyes on a little bit of a higher time frame, because otherwise it's still kind of BS, right? Ultimately, more than anything, these markets are bullish. We're basically at all-time highs. We did change the state by taking out these highs, moving higher. We're no longer in this equilibrium state. We didn't take this out just now at open. I'll zoom in. We didn't take this out, right? So if we had, that would have sucked, and I would have had a different idea on what was going on. So once we took this out the other day, which was yesterday, that changed my entire thesis on what was going on in the market. Here, I was neutral, right? In this whole big box, this big gray box, neutral. Right now, I'm bullish. Is that gonna change? It could, right? We could just start selling off. I don't know what the market's gonna do. I'm just looking at probabilities. Go ahead and switch back to my trade so we can see how it's doing. It's doing all right. I can't complain. Oh, man. But yeah, like I said, it's looking great. It's easy to be in this. It hasn't done anything to freak me out. Hopefully everyone else got a good entry and you're able to ride this up. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just another slow grind day up to the upside, because we're literally right in front of a holiday. A lot of people who are moving money around in the markets, unless there's a big news event, aren't going to really do too much besides passively move price back into where they want to get in at better pricing and slowly move the price back up. Right now, yesterday, I feel like they showed their hands, right? We broke out of that range. We drove back into it this morning, and now we're slowly grinding back up. So either way, I think we slowly grind back up for the rest of the day. Tomorrow's going to be probably crap trading day. Friday, crap trading day. It's not going to be really good trades again, probably at least until Monday. Everybody's already making their 250 plans. The big 250 for America. You know, America, the oldest person you know. America, the boomer's boomer, right? I don't know, 250 years. Like, what generation was the revolutionary? Like, was George Washington like a boomer cubed? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, you gotta be proud to be American. Look at this. There's nothing more American than the NQ, than day trading. Like, that's an American thing right there. Now, obviously, trading has been around forever, right? I forget what was really popular a couple hundred years ago. I feel like it was like Danish or Swedish. I don't remember what they were, who were responsible for trading a lot and speculative trading, but there was a group of people, and you could it was basically this, but like with paper, and you like mailed it off or something. So, you know, trading isn't an American thing, strictly speaking, but day trading prop firms feels pretty American. Oh, the dead generation, yes. But you might confuse that with the other dead generation from the 1850s. So keep that in mind. I mean, my swing trade that I opened last Friday, Tesla, for my Tesla calls, and it's just a model trade here, so we don't have to do anything too crazy. But like, it was a August 21st 450 strike call. I opened last Friday. It's almost up 200% since Friday, right? And this is just me testing out my thesis with this trading strategy that I've adopted recently. And that's absolutely just beautiful to see. And I'm going to start applying this more to option swing trades outside of my day trading, just to see how that starts to work. And you can see over here where my entry was, right? You see I bought down here, and that was based off of us trading into this fair value gap and holding, as the thesis was. If we started to break down, obviously the trade starts to fall apart, but I mean, we broke out wonderfully. And so who's going to complain when you're up 200%? I can take half the trade off now. It's a completely free trade, right? Completely. Not only am I taking, half of my trade off, so I'm cutting what, $3,700, maybe a little more, since the initial trade value was $7,500. Take that off, get $7,000 as well, and leave the rest to run. It could go to zero and I'm still okay. I'd still be up on the trade. So, and there's still what, a month and a half to go before that strike hits, or before that, option comes to call. But yeah, I digress. I'll go back to my trade that's just kind of chilling out right now. Oh man, price ain't doing anything right now. I mean, it's just kind of going sideways right into this area of consolidation from pre-market, from what was this, 730 to open. We're basically right back inside of that, chopping sideways. I do think we take it out. I do think we go higher, and obviously you're gonna think that I want to think that just because I'm in that. But it makes sense. We haven't had any impulsive moves. Now, we could have an impulsive move to the downside, and that would suck for me. I'm not going to lie. I would cry. I would cry so hard. But, we're basing here. Maybe we build some liquidity right in this area as well. We take that out. But I'm in such a good position right now that it's more than likely, or that I don't have to stress. Like, I could get out for break even on this trade, and it's not going to kill me. I'm not going to regret it. I made an okay trade in the overnight session. It's just whatever. Just kind of have to watch and see what happens. I mean, it's kind of wedging. I mean, if you look at this, you can see where the wedge is. A lot of people are gonna want to get short right here, and I think that's gonna be a mistake. Like, they're like, oh man, this is resistance, dude. This is resistance. And what happens at resistance? We sell off. We've rejected here so many times. It's exactly what is the trick. That's the trick, right? That's the trick they want people to fall for. We're in this wedge, and maybe it breaks out to the downside a little bit, takes out this liquidity or this liquidity right here. But It's going to turn around most likely because it's the perfect area to trap people. Right now, it's just algorithms moving the market. When you see slow grind up and then sideways consolidation, that's just algorithmic trading, and it's going to do something impulsive to the downside to quickly manipulate and then return back to where its original or intentional target is. Either that or it goes all the way back to my fill. Now, should I add to this position is what I'm thinking about right now. Just open a new 30-minute candle, review my charts. On 10-minute, we did trade down into a fair value gap. Ran some liquidity right there. Now, we could just start selling off, which, I mean, I'm not inclined to think happens. I do think there's a lot of resting liquidity above us. It just depends on how much you can stomach. I'm okay with it going back to my entry. And that's where I'll probably start to get out. And maybe I'll add one, actually. Famous last words, right? All right, we've been in this trade for about an hour now, and I still like it. I can't complain. I might add to this position. And it's hard to know when to add to it. Like if I add to it now and it goes lower, will I regret it? Maybe a little bit. It would be so sad if we retraced this entire move. But it can happen. I really think I want to add one here, but I want to see it stop selling first. Yeah, no, I'm gonna add one here.
Order filled.
Now, will this be a mistake? We will have to live to see what happens here. But I think that was a decent entry for a continuation. Yep, looks good. I mean, trading back into the point of control, that can make sense. I think I'll take one off at the high of day. Or, yeah, the high of day. Or the high of New York session. Because I do think we're absolutely going to run that. The chance of that happening is increasing dramatically. I mean, I can't complain. This is absolutely just crushing it for me. This is a great morning. Great morning. Hope everybody's having a great morning as well. Hopefully y'all didn't get faked out with that short, and maybe it continues short. You know, maybe it just trades back into this fair value gap right here that was created. But I mean, the way it's looking, it's not too good for that. We did create like the tiniest 5-minute fair value gap right where we're at. We're trading above it or into it. You know, we'll see what happens. Could start rejecting here. I wouldn't put it past. But I'm pretty optimistic. see what happens here. This is going to be a do or die area. We do have relative equal highs still above us. We made a run on some liquidity. The internal liquidity to the downside. I like the long trade from here. We haven't done anything substantial to provide a short trade, but maybe, hey, anything can happen, right? Maybe adding and not getting out was a mistake. I have to be okay with that. Maybe the third time's the charm. I won't be, I want to add again, but I don't think I should. We'll see. Maybe I'm the fool for looking for a home run trade right here. Might take this off. No, not yet. My impulse is starting to like turn bearish right now, which could just be retail mindset, right? I like need to use the restroom, but am just like kind of stuck at this point. Should have gone when we were chopping earlier. If we move back out of here, obviously I'll have the opportunity to go. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. All right, it looks like it's heading back right into my entry, and I will probably have to take this off. I'm not happy about that, but we'll see any second now. looking for some type of bounce here. If I don't get it, I'm out. Yeah, it's not looking good.
Order filled.
I'm out, and that's that trade. Okay, we are down 56 on the day now. Now we just wait for the next setup. Yep, glad I got out of that when I did. Retested that order block. Stupid, 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 stupid. We're running out of time on the stream, folks. We'll have to see what happens here. But exactly what happens is what's happening. We're back in that range. We're testing it again. I still think we have a path to longs, but you need to find the right entry, you know. I like this area for long, and it might be stupid. Just higher conviction. I feel like I should get in here, but it honestly could just reject again and take us to the lows because there's liquidity there as well. I don't want to rush this. I want to rationalize it and think through it. So we look here. I guess it's not terrible, but it really depends. Looks pretty good on the 5-minute candle. It's one of those things where you go big or you go home, right? Get myself into trouble. After holding that for an hour and a half, I ended up losing money on it. Very sad. I'm gonna try it longer here. I'm in 5 micros. I will scale out of this relatively quickly as we push higher. Yeah, that's looking like it was a liquidity run in the first place to begin with.
Order filled.
All right, we're back at break even. I'm in 3 contracts. Stop is at $300 if it decides to flush. It's not going to kill me. I mean, the way the 5-minute formed was another clue. But again, we don't know what the pricing of this market is going to do. It's trading back into a 3-minute fair value gap. Gotta be quick here. Gotta be selective about how I want to handle this if it does come down. But I do think it breaks out. This is the downside move, just to just to move higher, I think. And it's very sad that I got out where I did, but I think I saved myself a little more slip than not. We're at the point of control on the NQ. I'll go ahead and get rid of these. I'll take one off when we flash 300. I'll go ahead and just put my fill on.
Order filled.
All right, I'm basically back at where I was before I exited the last trade, plus or minus 10 bucks. So that's good. Risk to reward ratio is back in line as well. We'll see what happens here. I do like that little V-shaped recovery we're seeing. But was it just a buy up back into the sell? That's going to be the question of the hour. Gotta make sure we don't let this go against us if it is. And it's right, it traded right back into where it started to break down a second ago. So it's like retesting that breakdown. But I do think we could go higher and finally take out that top side liquidity. I don't want my target to be there. I want to be a little above it. Maybe like somewhere around here. Maybe a little higher. 745. 370s. No guarantee I'll get that, right? So, I mean, ultimately, this might not work out and I have to get out, but I'm going to try and make it break even if it does start to flush. I mean, if I had never added to my position, I probably wouldn't have gotten out. That's a fun thought. But I was able to reposition. And I'm basically exactly where I was before I started taking that loss, so I'm not going to cry about it. Trade is due to end in about 7 minutes, so I will keep everyone posted after the stream ends. But all right, that's a new 5-minute candle. It really needs to push higher if it's going to do it. We are testing an inversion here on the 1 minute, which could give us a little bit of hold. It could come back into my fill, or it could just completely decide to sell off. All right, it's coming back into my fill. Let's see how we handle this. Am I gonna let this go all the way back to my stop again? Oh, come on, guys. I am feeling like I need to get out of this. My thesis is changing for the day. We're trading back inside that range. And now early closure inside that range is not going to look good. You're going to have to push out of here really quickly, but I'm not liking it.
Order filled.
All right, I'm out. I'm still up about 80 bucks on the day. And I think that is where I call it for the day. Unfortunately, slightly up, was up a little more, but it is what it is. Well, until next time, this is Bear Makes Money. I did make money today, so we will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.